Okay, hello grade 8. This is the June 2019 past paper question, and it's patterns and shapes. I know some of you struggle to make the expressions. So the first thing says draw the next shape in this sequence. So we can see here we clearly have a square over here. Can you see we have one square, and then on the corners of this square another two squares have been added. So we went from having one square to having three squares. Now you can see right on the corner of the outermost square another square has been added. So if we had to draw the next shape, you can see that what we're going to do is, okay, because my drawing is terrible, I'm just going to put it on here. I'm going to scratch this out and say shape 4. Okay, I'm going to add a square onto the edge here because that is how the next shape will be. So we went from having one square, three squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and then 7 squares. Okay, so that's fine. We've got one mark. If each square is made up of 4 matches, calculate how many matches you will need for the 5th shape. Okay, so we've only drawn shape 4. We actually need shape 5's matches. But if you have a look here, we can't count the squares. We must count matches because there will be one on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for every square we're going to have 4 matches. So if you look at this, 4, 4, 4. In shape 4, 4 matches, 4 matches, 4 matches, 4 matches, 4 matches, 4 matches, 4 matches. Okay, so this is shape 4. Shape 5, okay, is actually going to be like this, another extra box. So every box has got 4 matches in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will be 9 boxes, each with 4 matches. So we're going to need 36 matches, if I'm not mistaken. Now it says to you, write down the rule to calculate the number of matches needed for the nth shape using the form Tn equals. So remember I said to you right at the beginning that patterns lead up to algebra and equations and all of those other things, and we have what's like an input and an output. So to solve these questions, usually what you have to do to help your thinking is to draw a table. So we say n. See, it says for the nth shape using the form Tn. So n is for the position, the number of the shape, and t is for what's in the shape. So let's have a look here. The first shape is shape 1. Its number is 1. How many matches do we have? We have 4. Now this question doesn't tell you to draw a table, but I can promise you that if you draw a table every time you see a pattern, it's going to help you. So now the next shape is shape 2, okay, and I've got 4, and then this is, what's this? 4 and 4 is 8, and 4 is 12. So shape 2 has got 12 matches. Then shape, we can just check shape 3. Remember shape 3 is the one that's drawn, came on your paper. So all the black here is shape 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shape 3 has got 20 matches. Let's see shape 4. Shape 4 was this first set of squares I drew. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4 is 28 matches. And then shape 5 we just said had 36 matches because we answered that. Okay, so we've drawn the table because the table is going to always help us answer the question. So if we have a look here, the first thing when we have information like this is we want to see how does the thing change between each block of the table. So from 4 to 12 we are going to add 8. From 12 to 20 we are going to add 8. From 20 to 28 we are going to add 8. From 28 to 36 we are going to add 8. So we have what we call a constant difference. If we have a constant difference, it's very easy to write the rule, okay? The rule is Tn, the term to the n, because this will be the nth term over here. and then what we do is we multiply the constant difference by the position of the term. So 8n is 1. So Tn equals 8n, and then we have to go plus or minus, and we have to do some fiddling to figure this out. So my first term, if I substitute into here, my first term, n equals 1. 8 times 1, but my t must equal 4. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm substituting into this equation. Does 4 equal 8? No, 4 does not equal 8. How must I make these two equal? I must subtract 4. Let's look at the second term. So for term 2, sorry, let's write it over here. For term 2, my value for term 2, t, is 12, and then 8 times 2. Okay, does 12 equal 16? No. 12 equals 16 minus 4. So can you see what our rule is going to be? Our rule is going to be the nth term is going to be 8 times my term number, subtract 4. So this is Tn equals 8n subtract 4. Now it says to you, which shape will use 84 matches? So what we're going to do is we're going to substitute back into our equation to solve this. Yes, if you want to, you can keep drawing boxes until you figure it out, but this is why we've been learning algebra. Okay, so our rule says Tn equals 8n subtract 4, and my answer, the t, or my output if you prefer to think of it, is 84. So 84 equals 8n minus 4. So by algebra we want to get rid of the 4. Okay, so if we add 4 to this side and we add 4 to that side, we're going to end up with, sorry, I'm thinking ahead of me here. Okay, let me show you the inverse operations. 8n minus 4 plus 4. Can you see I'm going to get the n by itself? So if I added 4 to that side, I must add 4 to this side. So 88 equals 8 times a number. So n equals 88 divided by 8. So n equals 11. Okay. So which shape will use 84 matches? The 11th shape. Okay, now let's have a look quickly at the last part of the question. See, this question here is not related to the other question. So it says 5.5, give the next two terms in this number pattern. Now look at this number pattern. Negative 3, 12, negative 48. Can you see it's going minus, plus, minus? So my next term has to be positive, because negative, positive, negative, the pattern is negative, positive. You have to recognize what is going on here. Is negative 3 to 12, the difference is 15. Is the difference between 12 and negative 48 15? No. So this can't be one where there's a constant adding difference. So if we can't use adding, we must look at multiplying. How, by multiplying, would you get from negative 3 to positive 12? Well, to get from 3 to 12, we must multiply by 4. But if the sign is going to change, we must multiply by a negative number. How do we get from 12 to negative 48? Once again, we are going to multiply by negative 4. So what will the next term be? Negative 48 times negative 4. You can use your calculator for this because it doesn't say to you, don't use your calculator. So I get here 192. And now I must take 192 and I must multiply it by negative 4. Okay. And I get negative 768. And so can you see my pattern is continuing? Negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Then it says, explain in words how this pattern is formed. So what we're doing is we're not multiplying the position number, we're multiplying the previous term. So here we say we multiply the previous term. sorry, my handwriting, multiply the previous term by -4. There we go. And there we are, finished this question 5.